Happy Saturday, y'all. Hey, Trey.
Good morning. Good morning.
We in a better mood today.
It is a beautiful day here in Zamunda. Very, very beautiful.
Oh, you in Zamunda?
Now, no,
Oh, so if
no.
you're in Zamunda, it's a beautiful day, but you're not in Zamunda. Oh, Lord.
Mm, it's a
Oh,
beautiful day.
okay. Oh, okay. All righty then. Good morning, y'all. Hey, Miss Marsh. Hey, Miss K. Hey, E-Books. Hey, Slayin. How y'all doing this morning? Thank y'all for joining me this morning. I'm here today to do part three of. I don't know if the truth is working. I'm hoping that the truth. Hey, Truth Kim. Hey, girl. I'm hoping that him and Fun are available. I'm not sure if they are or not. I didn't even see. Let me see. Let me send the link to because I think Flexi got an event today. But y'all come on the afternoon, ma'am. Afternoon, ma'am. Y'all come on in. It's a beautiful day in my neighborhood. It's chilly, which I like chilly. I like chilly, but it is a beautiful sunny day. I am trying to get this out live in. Oh, trying to get this live in, y'all, right quick before I go. Tony niece's birthday was Thursday. Thursday, I think Thursday, and she's having a little get together today. So I will be attending that, and then I will be back later on with some updates on the not so power cup over there. But anywho, we're gonna get into this third episode of the Murdoch murder scandal in the South. Let me see.
Hashtag content that matters.
Oh, thank you, Trey. Thank you. Yeah. That's why the numbers be low, but it's okay. I will not yield.
We got to get justice on this cold case. There's no yielding. You got to keep
Hey, Miss
pushing.
Carla. She said, "Can't speak." Okay, Miss Carla. Be safe, sweetie. It is a Saturday afternoon, y'all, and it's a beautiful day out. So, well, I don't know what it is like where y'all are at, but I'll be out too. I'm gonna be out later myself, y'all. In these, well, not in these creeks, but hey.
I'm gonna be out too. Hopefully, I don't run into no crackheads who want to whoop me.
Oh Lord, Trey. Can we? Well, nah, we'll wait till later on the other channel to ask that because it might get a little raunchy. Because we did know that you was MIA last night. hmm It is what it is, but we'll get into that on the raunchy channel. I see though that you got a live. Did you mean to set it at 5? Road Queen. Hey
Yeah,
girl. Hey my beautiful Road Queen. I miss you. Hey Nikki. Did you mean to set it at 5:55?
I did.
Why, Trey?
I just wanted fives.
Oh, I forgot you with that.
I was
I
putting
forgot.
I was putting
Listen,
on for the fives today.
I forgot you with that number shit. I cannot with you. Hey Nicole, good to see you, sweetie. I forgot you with that number game, but it was just weird to me. I was like, okay, did he mean 5:55 a.m.? Because I was up at 5:55 a.m. Or okay, did he really meant 5:55 p.m.? But why 5:55? I mean, Funberry. I'm out and about running errands. Hopefully, you'll still be live when I get home. Listening in the bushes. Okay, Fun. Thank you, boo. Thank you. Be safe. Miss y'all too. I've been catching all the replay. Well, Queen, I miss you, girl. I was gonna come looking for your ass. Good to see you, boo. I am gonna drop the link for anybody that wants to come up and join in the commentary. Okay. But for the most part, we're gonna do what we've done for the last 2 episodes, y'all. I'm gonna put the little background music on so we can make it through the live. Throw the throw the peoples off. So far, it's worked, y'all. I don't know if. it irritates y'all or whatever. Hey, Bertha. Bertha, I got your email, sweet. I got you. I got you, beautiful. Okay. Um. Hopefully, it don't throw out like the audio or whatever with playing that music. But I just know that with these networks such as Netflix and um Trey, you sent me something, or was it D True? I think it was D True.
Probably him. I've been
He
off the
sent me a
grid.
48. Yeah, he sent me a 48-hour special on this case. I've already done that. But the reason why you don't see it is because they blocked it. Remember when I did the live where I covered the 48 hours thing, the 48 hours. Damn it,
I
video.
wanna I wanna play the Chris Rock special now, since we can beat it with music and stuff.
Oh, really? You should try it. I've been praying about this. Like I said, I don't really. I do get a little perturbed when they like take it down once I'm done. But as long as I can get through the live and put it out there, I'll be okay. But I'm glad that my content is still up. You know what I'm saying? But yeah. Try it, Trey. When you gonna try the Chris Rock special?
I might do it tonight. I might do it after I get through roasting biscuits. Oh, I'm not roasting biscuit today. I mean, damn. Yeah, I might do it tonight.
Well, I'm going live at 9 to roast Bootylicious.
Yeah, well, we ain't got to. We'll do it. It ain't got to be no time soon. We'll
It's
do it.
just gonna be it's just gonna be an all night flight. It is what it is. You know how it be. And cause I'm not
I'm
gonna
here
be here.
for it.
Yeah,
I'm
I'm
rejuvenated.
here
I'm
for it too.
smiling and shit.
It's a beautiful day.
It's
Hashtag
sunny and
content.
cold.
Yeah, we gotta get it in. I'm going to this little gathering. Won't be that long. Tony don't like to stay nowhere long if it ain't just me and him, cause he's just like that, honey. But
Just long enough to speak, make sure everybody's still
yeah, it's his
breathing, get
niece.
a plate, and out.
Yeah, his favorite niece. I love her so much. Yeah, I love her, and we just gonna go and chill for a minute and whatever. Who knows? I don't know. We might stay for a minute because you never know what'll happen, child. But anywho, hey Tony girl, I thought you had been kidnapped. Hey, my Tony, good to see you, boo. That's a little inside joke, y'all. Y'all turn it off the chain. Girl, you gotta call and give me an update. Shit. I mean, really, Tony. I think y'all like. I'm gonna tell y'all like I tell my kids. I think y'all like to stress me out sometimes. It just is what it is. But anywho, y'all, not yet, but working. Tony girl, I love you, boo. You gotta kind of give me an update. I told you, you gotta keep me updated in case I have to call them the Pope. Cam, are you not modded up on this channel? I thought you were modded up on this channel. Let me make sure it is you. Y'all go check out Cam. Cam did an upload today, and also Rain and Pooh. Okay, so y'all make sure y'all check my wall and go over there and check them out. Y'all should be subscribed, so y'all should have got the notification. All right. Let me. Cam, why are you not? Okay. It's all right. Cam, report to work, Cam. Report to duties. Thank you, Brooks. All right, y'all, we're gonna get into it. I'm so anxious to get into this last episode of this Netflix special. All right. Shout out to the 30 people that's in the chat. I appreciate y'all. 32, 30, blah, blah, blah. Thank y'all so much for supporting this hashtag content that matters. I appreciate y'all so much. I don't think I have been since the other time. Oh, okay, Cammy Poo. Well, report to duty. Ah, it is what it is. Hi, James. Hi, how you doing today, James? It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood, sir. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. God is good all the time. So we're gonna get into this last episode, y'all, so we can get into the court. How many of y'all are ready for us to get into the court case? I am so ready for that. I got the channel that I'm gonna use to bring this court case. I want to, cause all these specials are great. All of these videos and specials and everything are great, but it's nothing like that courtroom action. It's nothing like it. Nothing like it. So with that being said, let me get it together. Let me get the music going, y'all. Y'all know we gotta play our little background music, and y'all gonna let me know it is Cam. It really is. And the court case, from what I hear, is even better. You know what I'm saying? And we're gonna cover it. Y'all gonna let me know in the chat. I don't. I want the music to be heard because I want it to, be heard to throw off. But I do want y'all to be able to hear the commentary. Okay. Um. I thank you, Miss K. Thank you, Boo. I appreciate the support. Y'all be sure to hit the like button. Okay. Be sure to hit the like button. Let me see what I'm gonna play. I'm gonna play something. Um. I'll play this one. And I'm gonna cut it down.
I can sing you the Regina Mass choir.
I don't
That's
want that
background
shit.
music.
I don't want that shit. You can have that one. Yeah, you can have that one. You usually send me some good shit. I don't want that one. Mm-mm. Okay, that's kind of low on my end, so it's probably low on y'all end. Let me see. All right, y'all. Okay, this is the music, right? So when I began to play the audio, y'all let me know. I need y'all to be able to hear the audio, but I also need y'all to be able to hear the music, like in the background, okay? Because it throws the YouTube gods off. Okay. All right, so let's get into it. So y'all be sure to ask any questions in the chat that you may have. So we're on part three, and the title of part three is, what is the title of part three? No secrets are safe. Okay. So this is the last part of the Netflix special. Hey guys, you can hear the music. Okay, great. So this is the last episode of the Netflix special. And so next we're gonna get into the whole court. I don't know. Cam is on IG posting and things. Yeah, I got Cam on IG. Let's see. All right, so let me put that on Do Not Disturb. All right, so y'all make sure y'all hit the like button. Feel free to support the content, hashtag content that matters, y'all. Feel free to hit that cash app, support your girl. Okay? And we're going to get into the audio. We got a guest. We got a guest. Hip, hip, hooray. Oh, I thought you were busy. Hey.
Hey y'all, I am. But not yet. I got Gloria.
Hey, yours truly. Hey, girl.
Hello, Polka Dot Flexi.
Hey, money boy.
What you been doing today, sis?
Nothing, girl. I got up because we gotta go to the event today, and but that's later on though.
Okay, great.
Are
I don't
are
like
you
to
still
bother you.
scarred from Kansas?
Who?
Are you still scarred from almost seeing Toto?
But y'all know what? Yesterday they did report how much damage, so it did touch down. It damaged some apartment complexes and stuff. But
Mm,
yeah, I'm okay now. I'm okay.
thank God. And prayers up
Good.
for them people. But I'm so
Yeah.
glad you okay. I am really glad you okay.
Yes. Hey y'all. Hey.
Girl, we're queen in the chat, Flexi.
True Queen. Where you been? Thomas, where you been, dog? You see what I'm saying?
You know she worked like a Jamaican.
Yeah, she do. She do. She be big. We love her though. We love you.
Hi, Nixie Pooh.
Hi,
Hi, girl.
Nixie. Hi.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna get into this third part of this Miss Honey. So we can get on next week. We're gonna start on the trial, y'all. We're gonna start on the trial. So let's get into it. Flexi, you been keeping up with this, huh?
I haven't finished watching the documentary, the series that they have out.
Mm-hmm.
I said I want to. I started watching it, but
Yeah, this the
I
last.
watched
Now I
part
don't
of the
know how far
trial.
you got, but we on the episode 3 now.
Okay. I watched part of the trial,
You did.
Yeah. That's why I seen the other housekeeper, she gave her, testimony and stuff.
Testimony. I can't wait to hear that, honey. All right, so y'all let me know in the chat when I begin to play the audio if y'all can hear the audio and still hear the music, okay? Here we go, y'all. Y'all be sure to hit that like button, okay? All right, here we go.
Hampton County 911, where's your emergency?
Hello, I just going down Housekeeper Road. I see somebody laying out.
And is it in the road?
Now it looks like they starting with the demise of the young man that we feel like is connected to Buster. Looks like that's what they starting off with, y'all.
On the side of the road.
Hey, Sanjia.
In the road.
So in the road.
Somebody's going to use it.
All right, we're getting also headed out that way.
Okay.
All right, sis.
In 2019, our news outlet was on the front lines of the boat crash. And then in 2021, the double homicide. While covering the death of Paul Maggie Murdoch, we received an anonymous tip on our website about a highway patrol report for the death of Stephen Smith in 2015.
That was his name, y'all. Stephen Smith. Stephen Smith is the young man's name.
Stephen Smith's body was found in the middle of a rural highway in Hampton County, right around the corner from where his car was later found. Started working sources. Who's Stephen Smith? What was his story? And that's when I started listening to the interviews those officers taped back in 2015.
Overall, if you would, this incident that occurred on July the 8th of 2015, just kind of go through with me from what we've gathered so far. A nice, young man had mechanical problems with his vehicle on the way home, run out of fuel or had some kind of problem and started walking. I came out about 4:30 that morning. When I got up to the scene, I noticed a young white male lying in the roadway with severe head trauma. Nothing at the scene appeared that it was a vehicular accident. No torn clothes. His shoes were still on his feet. Cell phone still in his pocket.
This is a dark country road, but if someone's going to be the victim of a vehicular strike, you're probably not going to find them in the middle of the road. You're probably not going to find them with loose-fitting shoes still on them.
Injuries that I noticed to this young man was to his head.
Probably not going to find them with the blood patterns the way they found the blood patterns. Probably not going to find them, again, positioned the way he was positioned. People looked at this, and the report specifically questioned these things. The problem is nobody dug deeper.
Like I said, we don't know for sure. Hadn't had anybody to tell us anything different.
So I reached out to my sources at the agency, obtained a copy of the report, verified that it was authentic, and immediately noticed Buster Murdoch was in the report.
All right, so y'all that's been watching, that's been keeping up, Buster Murdoch is the oldest son of Alex Murdoch. He's the oldest son. And what we're going to learn is that, it's alleged that he's some sort of kind of way attached to the demise of this young man, Mr. Stephen Smith. All right, let's get into it.
Me and Mallory and Connor, we were in high school at the same time as Stephen. He was always a very sweet person, just always nice, loved his friends. He was a happy person.
Steve and I became friends when I was in 10th grade. I just always thought he was so funny, and I admired his personality so much because he just did not give a shit about what people thought about him. He was always himself. He was always like dancing around and singing, and he was hilarious.
I remember I was staying with Mallory. It happened just a couple of roads away from where she lives. We were just like, scared for someone to end up dead in the middle of the road. I mean, that's unheard of in, Hampton County.
When it first happened, when he first was killed, the town rallied in such a very supportive way for the family and wanted to figure out what happened. But then his case just disappeared.
Stephen's case went cold. His mom, Sandy Smith, hired a private investigator.
The first thing you want to do as an investigator is you want to see all the work that has been done prior to your involvement. South Carolina, the Highway Patrol does all death investigations related to motor vehicle accidents. And so for the first few weeks, the Highway Patrol is hot and heavy out interviewing as many people as they can. Associates of Stephen, friends of Stephen, schoolmates, so forth.
Case number on this will be CL-062.
Kind of wanted to touch base with you. Obviously it's in reference to the Stephen Smith murder investigation. Do you know what I'm talking about? Yeah, I do. Just go ahead and tell me, what you heard.
From what it was originally told was he was struck by a car, this, that, and the other.
Yeah,
Yeah,
they said it
was like a hit and run. I haven't really got full, one clear story.
I can tell you this, he didn't get hit by no car.
Well, recently I heard that these 2, maybe 3 young men were in a vehicle. Yes, they were attempting to mess around with him or something like that.
But it's all rumor. Nobody claims to be the source of any information. They've all heard it from somebody else.
I need to try to find somebody who's willing, to give me some solid information. And I understand your reservation.
Hey, Tamara.
The people associated with this name have been going around kind of threatening or putting the heat on people, saying, keep your mouth closed if you heard something, whatever.
She was like, you never believe the more I heard did it. And then she said his name and I was like, pretty sure.
So I heard, I did hear names, and I heard a name. And that name was, he goes by Buster Murdoch.
Buster Murdoch.
Buster Murdoch. Everybody keeps coming up to me and saying it was Murdoch always.
Over and over and over again.
And when I originally heard this, I was thinking of the younger Murdoch boy, Buster's little brother Paul, because Paul's more my last name is Murdoch.
Okay, so with the death of Stephen Smith, this young man that passed on the side of the road, when the investigation started and they heard that it was a Murdoch boy, quote unquote, involved with the murder, whatever, they thought it was Paul, because Paul was a nuisance. Paul was he was hell on wheels. So initially, because you got to remember, Buster is the oldest son, and he's supposedly the good son. You know what I'm saying? He's the one that the mama doted on and, went to college and pledged and all that stuff. So when they first initially heard that it was a Murdoch boy involved, they thought it was Paul.
But Buster also got kicked out for plagiarism. He ain't good.
He did for plagiarism. He did. He did get kicked out of school for plagiarism. Yes, he did. But all in all, though, Trey and Flex, he was a good son. None of them were good. Now that we know the full story. But Buster was considered a good son. But yeah. Everybody thought it was Paul. That was just the mama favorite. That's it. Yeah, he was the mama favorite. And that's sad, Thank you, Cam. Y'all be sure to hit that like button if you don't mind. And feel free to hit the cash app and support the channel.
That's typically how it go with the oldest stuff. We don't like to admit it, but we fond of our oldest child more than the rest of them.
Yeah, but it's just with each child, it's a different bond. Like, you have one bond with the oldest, a bond with the middle, the bond with the last. It's just different bonds. But it's not that you just dote all over the oldest one and just let the youngest one go to hell. That it shouldn't be like that. Because according to what we heard in the last video, the mama ain't pay little Paul no attention. Hell, he had to rely on the grandpa Paul and the nanny.
Well, that could explain why Paul acted out.
It could explain a lot why he stayed drunk all the damn time. He had issues. I did, Tamara. I did. Thank you, boo. All right, here we go, y'all.
You know what I mean? Just everybody's kind of shy to say that out. You know what I mean? Because of the, I don't want to say power, but of the name. You know, it brings a certain standard. You say Murdoch in Hampton County.
Listening to these interviews, it's pretty clear. Stephen's death is now intertwined with the Murdoch.
So the only rumor you heard is possibly Buster having some type of relationship with Steve. Yes, sir.
So the rumors is allegedly that Buster was busting it down with Steven. That Buster allegedly had some type of relationship with Steven, who was openly gay. You know. So yeah, that was what was being said.
I was a science teacher at Wade Hampton. There was a rumor that Stephen and Buster were friends. Stephen was real smart and had actually helped Buster with some papers and I guess tutoring him, for lack of a better word.
Stephen Smith was gay and he lived in Hampton County. God knows that couldn't have been easy on him.
Hey, amazing.
Like that though, where's
good to see you, boo. I can't speak individually, Miss Y'all. I'm feeling so good. Just want to stop by and show some love. Thank you, amazing. Thank you. You just made my day. It's good to see you, baby.
Hey, amazing, sis, girl.
Get you some rest.
Yeah.
You know, I was fussing about my moms not showing up last week, and they all showing up. Look at God. Amazing, Ruth Queen, Tonyo heathen ass. Tony heathen, Flex. Tony's really a heathen.
They showed up because you threatened to kick him out the cult.
They know. Oh, them right there ain't going nowhere. Amazing Tony and Ruth Queen. Baby, they ain't going nowhere.
Yeah.
They be in the bushes and elsewhere. They ain't going nowhere, honey. Mm-mm. Not butt buddies, Miss K. Wait a minute. Miss K said they were butt buddies. Y'all crazy.
not really socially acceptable, and he probably got talked about. There were so many rumors swirling around that Buster and Steven were intimate together. Being gay in the Murdoch family would have been looked down upon.
I've known the Murdoch family, like I said, pretty much my whole life. It's not a very big town. I feel like they wouldn't want anything happen to their reputation or name or anything like that.
As soon as the Murdoch name was tossed into the mix of having something to do like relationship-wise with Steven, I feel like the view on his case changed entirely. It went from finding justice for Steven to defending the Murdochs and making sure that everyone knew that they had nothing to do with it. Even if they
So basically what Steven's friend is saying, you fussed at me in the girl, God is I can't with you. So basically what Steven's friend is saying, that when Steven initially was hit and he passed away, the community pretty much rallied around his family and his mama. But as soon as they found out that a Murdoch was involved, it turned. It became something different. Like instead of, showing concern towards Steven's family, people would just basically had the back of the Murdoch. That's how it worked in that town.
like people didn't want to consider that.
Can you tell me what you heard about the Stephen Smith incident?
I don't know. It's just strictly hearsay from all I know.
Well, I mean, at this point, it's kind of, we'll take whatever we can get.
The stories that went around that I've heard so many times were that Buster and Steven had a secret relationship and they were wanting to come out to Buster's family. And then the rumors continue to flow about how the night that Steven died, he had been on the way home from school and his car had ran out of gas.
I just know that he said it was Buster and maybe one or two other people. They were riding down 601, saw the car on the side of the road. I guess saw the boy walking,
rumor goes, Stephen felt comfortable enough to call Buster for help, and Buster just so happens to be in the area.
Shout out to Bertha. Thank you, sweetie, for supporting the channel. I appreciate it, sweetie. Thank you so much.
On the way home from the softball tournament with his friends.
They were attempting to, I don't want to say, mess around with him or something like that.
I believe that he picked Stephen up and was fooling Stephen into thinking they were taking him home, but I think they got a little ways down the road, and that's when it all started to unravel. I believe that the Murdochs did whatever the hell it took to keep everyone's mouth shut that night.
Someone told me it was Buster, and I was like, nothing was going to be done about it because of who he was.
The day that Stephen passed away, Randy Murdoch was the second person to call my dad after the coroner, and he said he wanted to take the case and it would be free of charge and everything. It's kind of weird.
The Murdochs know that. They know that he's on our radar. I'm going to talk to Buster here soon and say, look, man, you need to come clean about this. If it was an accident, you just need to come clean about it. Let's get this process out. Let's give this family some closure.
I want to talk to Buster. I want to talk to Alex. But nothing happens in this case. Nothing. Nobody investigates anything anymore. This case just fades away.
Hey, Miss Margie. Now the case of Stephen Smith and Buster, that's a cold case for anybody that wants to pick it up. Yeah, that would be considered a cold case. Got suspects, but nobody charged at all.
Highway Patrol tapes, the Murdoch name is mentioned numerous times by numerous people, but it doesn't appear anyone ever interviewed Buster or anyone else in the Murdoch family. Why not?
Within 1 month of his body being found, we were hearing all of these rumors about a possible Murdoch connection. And I've learned as a reporter that if you hear the same rumors from different groups of people wherever you go, it's either a very good rumor or there's some truth to it. So we did our story, the Thanksgiving 2015 paper, and Sandy Smith basically appealed to the community. My son was killed. If you know something, please come tell us. We just want answers. We want closure. So we could not put the Murdoch name in a story unless we wanted to face lawsuits.
Better know it.
We said a prominent, well-known family was rumored to be involved. Everybody knew who we were talking about. We published a story and we waited. People would come up to me in the Piggly Wiggly, pat me on the back. We're so thankful you ran that story. So proud of you to have the courage to do it. I mean, we did everything but put the Murdoch name in the story, but the story did no good. Nobody ever came forward.
Tell me about Morgan. She was hearing that rumor and she had just started dating Paul.
Morgan told me she talked to the Murdochs about the rumors with Buster and his friends and Stephen, and that Paul might have been with them.
Whenever I first started dating Paul, this girl had messaged me on Facebook, just letting me know that she had reasons to believe that it could have been Paul or Buster that had killed Stephen. So Mr. Alec, Maggie, Buster, Paul, and I, we were all home. We were sitting in the kitchen. We had just gotten done eating. And then I asked him, I said, why is this girl saying this? We kind of just laughed it off, and they said, we wouldn't kill that faggot. And I was like, looking back now, that was the first red flag that I ignored. But I was like, they're the Murdochs. Surely these people wouldn't just murder someone.
So basically what Morgan said, Morgan was Paul's girlfriend. And basically what she just said is that when she first started dating Paul, some girl, which I could only imagine that it was the friend that was speaking, Facebooked her and asked and told her that, the rumor was that Paul and Buster had something to do with Stephen being killed, and she asked him about it at dinner,
Mm-hmm.
and they just laughed it off and said they wouldn't kill that elf. Um, yeah,
That's crazy.
she was bold to ask him about it.
Yeah.
She was real bold. Tamara said, I believe Paul had something to do with his death and was probably teasing his brother about hanging with a gay guy. Miss Martin said, truth when the movie come out, cause one show enough coming on. Can we have? Oh yeah, yeah, absolutely. If you think it's gonna be a movie, child, who you think gonna pick it up? Lifetime? I don't know, child.
Because they pick them up.
Oh, they absolutely do. And
They
this is a
just
movie.
may make a movie out of it. It's
Girl, this a movie for your ass.
Yeah, it's gonna be one. Yeah, I believe it.
I wouldn't be shocked if Netflix do one.
Yeah, them too.
They already got the documentary.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we're gonna be all up and through that one.
Yep.
My housekeeper has fallen and her head is bleeding.
Now they back to the housekeeper, y'all. They back talking about the housekeeper that passed away in the house. Baby, they got a lot of land, baby. They got a lot of land, and it's beautiful.
They had a lot of money.
Oh yeah. Now, to me, the house is sort of kind of modest to me for the money that they had, but it's sitting on a lot of land.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Where's she from? She's still going up the steps, up the brick steps.
Okay, so is she outside or inside?
Outside.
Okay, is she able to talk to you guys at all, or is she
Also, it was not inside the house, y'all. Supposedly, the housekeeper fell outside the house, going up the stairs. Now, who falls going up the stairs? She fell going up the stairs, and it's brick. It's brick. The stairs are brick. They're outside the house. I was thinking she fell down the stairs inside the house, but no, it was up the stairs outside, and they are brick.
She's not unconscious, she's just mumbling.
Alright, the other lady said that she had tried to stand up and fell down again.
I was holding her up.
Okay.
She told me to turn her loose and she was trying to use her own, but then she...
Nah, this is the thing. Paul is the one that's on the 911 call, y'all. Paul, her favorite guy. That's who called 911, I'm assuming, because he's on his 911 call.
Back over.
Okay, do you guys know who she is?
He works for us.
How old is she?
I'm not sure, like 58 maybe.
And
You know her
Maggie.
name is?
Paul and Maggie is on the
Do you know
call.
if she's ever had a stroke or anything before?
Man, can you stop asking her?
I already have them on the way.
Gloria Satterfield was the family maid, and in February of 2018, she was at the house, and what her family were told is that she tripped over the family dogs on the stairs and fell backward and hit her head violently and died.
She really wasn't responsive to us the whole time she was in the hospital.
Yeah.
From the day she got in the hospital to the day she died, she could not tell us what happened.
I remember knowing that Miss Gloria was in the hospital, and Alec came home one day and he said that he just went and visited her. And then I think it was like 2 days later that she had died. Paul took Gloria's death very hard. He cried and he hurt. I remember leaving her funeral and he was just in the truck with me and he was just going over stories that he had with her and memories. And so he was very affected by Gloria's death. But the day that I found out that she was stripped and she had broken ribs and a really bad brain injury, I just felt in my heart that like something had happened to her.
She
and it
had
wasn't
broken ribs. Wait a minute.
Well,
She had,
somebody did something to her.
she had broken ribs. I can get the head injury because the stairs are brick. Well, I guess depending on how you, maybe that had to be a hard fall going up. But if you're going up the stairs,
If they did CPR to her, they could have broke ribs.
that's true. That's true. But that's weird. Okay.
Mr. Alex, he was a very hard person to read. And at the time, he was severely addicted to painkillers. You know, Paul would stay the weekend at the house and just make sure like his dad was detoxing. And I stayed there one time, and Alex already a really pale man, but at that point you could like see through him because
She
he's
spent
only
a lot of time with that family to be a teenager at the time. I mean, she spent a lot of time at that house with that family to be hey, Paula, to be a teenager. She was a teenager. She's just 20 right now. And this was like between 2015 and 2018. All these events. Weird. She spent a lot of time with these people.
couch, and he's just like rocking on the couch and completely pale. Like it was heartbreaking to watch, but Paul really wanted to help his dad. There was this time where Miss Gloria had found drugs taped in little baggies under Alex's bed in Hampton. Paul was really protective over his dad's health. Paul was aware of his drug use, so Gloria wanted to let Paul know because Gloria was scared to go to Maggie about it. She might have been scared that she was going to lose her job, or Maggie would say that she was snooping.
So you mean to tell me that this man was on drugs so bad and his wife didn't know? Paul knew, the son, but the wife didn't know? But the housekeeper knew? Y'all tell me what's going on with these him, because it just ain't making sense to me.
Well, he kept a secret.
From the wife, though?
Yeah, the wife
And then
probably
you
didn't like.
know, you tell the story how the wife said they clothes was they had. So, Flex, let me ask you a question. So, are you saying that Maggie and Alec had different housekeepers?
That's I thought the truth said that. Like,
it was the truth that said it. Okay.
Yeah, said that. He said that the woman that I saw testifying in the trial, that was a new housekeeper, but I thought he said the husband and wife had their own housekeepers or something like that.
Wow, that is weird. It's like they lived in the same house but led separate lives or some shit like that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause I'm thinking like, okay, if I got a housekeeper, she gonna take care of everything for everybody. I don't know. That's weird. Okay.
It is weird.
Cause I'm trying to see how this man had a bad drug problem to whereas he had to be detoxing and stuff, and the wife didn't know it, but the housekeeper knew it.
That was his secret, and he didn't want her to find out. Evidently, he been keeping it from her for a long time.
Wow. Thank you, Miss Margie. Thank you, sweetheart. I appreciate that. Juice Kim said trust fund, baby. Juice do. Child.
Mm-hmm.
My God, today. All right, y'all.
This was early 2018, within the same year that she had died.
She knew too much.
So you think Gloria knew too much, and that's why Gloria's not here?
Mm-hmm.
When she died,
wow. So that's Morgan, the girl, Paul's ex-girlfriend. That's her mom and dad saying they think that Miss Gloria knew too much.
She probably did. That's why they said he killed her.
Yeah, because they say she was the housekeeper, and she pretty much raised Paul from the time he was like 2 or 3.
You ain't no telling what Paul told her too.
Yeah, she absolutely did. And I don't know if she threatened to say something or they felt like since things were getting hot, as far as their name was concerned, they felt like, because see, if you think about it, right, when Paul did what he did and caused that boat crash and it took Mallory's life, things start getting heated. Things start getting hot. So if you think about it, and you say, well, we got to get rid of these people that know too much, because you guys to know that the police and everybody else had to be questioning people, right?
Right.
So you got to think about the guy Steven who came up unalived. He knew a lot because he was probably allegedly messing around with Buster. And then the housekeeper, she knew a lot. She probably knew more than anybody. So we gotta get rid of her as well. I'm telling you,
So
it's
wait a
like
minute, Buster hung around with Steven like a lot. They were close or something.
It was rumored that Buster, the oldest son, was in a sort of kind of relationship with Steven.
Well,
But it was secret. It was secret.
I asked that because okay, you got the housekeeper and you got Steven. Two people that's close to you got the housekeeper close to Paul, you got Steven close to Buster. They probably confessed on they drunk, venting.
Ain't no telling. Mm-hmm.
Realize that, I done told this person too much. So yeah, you see the two close people to the one that's doing the shit. They know. You see what I'm saying?
Yup.
They confess their secrets to them, so they know they do. Yeah.
But we know Paul got drunk, and see, he was closer to the housekeeper,
right?
Than he was to his own mama. They say.
See, and he knew a lot.
Mm-hmm.
It looked like they kept shit from the mama, because the mama didn't know the daddy was doing the drugs.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts. Yeah, I did hear that too, Miss Paula. She said they have enough money through a GoFundMe account to exhume Steven's body. So, Steven's mother set up a GoFundMe account to be able to afford to exhume Steven's body because she wants another autopsy done. Because it had came out that the coroner that performed the initial autopsy was connected to the Murdoch family.
Oh, he was on payroll. Damn, they had the coroner on payroll?
Yes, girl, yes. He was supposedly connected to the Murdoch family, and they felt like he, in his report, said it was from an accident, from him being hit by a car or whatever, but the family believes otherwise. So they set up a GoFundMe to raise money to be able to exhume his body to have another autopsy done.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
I began hearing rumors. I was at the hardware store one day and somebody saw Maggie Murdoch walk by and they said, "There goes old Maggie Murder." And I said, "Why are you calling that lady that?" And they said, "Well, she pushed the housekeeper down the stairs."
Oh, wow. So somebody said it in the chat. I think it's been said more than one time that Maggie had something to do with the housekeeper passing. Paul said they're trying to assume now that Paul off the housekeeper because she found drugs in his room and was about to tell his parents, allegedly. But I thought they said that the drugs was Alex's drugs.
Mm-hmm.
What you heard on the news this morning, Miss? All about the money to exhume Steven. So, but the town is saying that they felt like Maggie did it, y'all.
Yeah. You don't know who did, you know what I'm saying? But somebody did it. But and if they saying Maggie, maybe Maggie might have caught her with her husband. Because they had two separate housekeepers.
Yes, and they've been saying in the chat since we've been covering this that they thought that Maggie did it.
Wow,
this is crazy. What is everybody in the damn family a murderer?
The whole damn family.
What the hell is going on?
They all got bodies.
They all got bodies.
This is crazy, y'all. Oh my goodness.
They all got bodies.
Damn.
One version of the rumor was that Paul pushed the housekeeper downstairs. One version was that Maggie did it.
I never really understood it, but there's been rumors, hearsay that Paul might have had something to do with her death, and I'll tell you right now, in the whole world, that's a lie. He never hurt her.
You know what, y'all, to be honest, blatantly honest, I don't think Paul did it. I don't think Paul did anything to Maggie. Paul probably loved Maggie more than he loved his mama. I'm just saying, from what we heard so far. Now Maggie may have done it, but I don't know if Paul did it, y'all.
Yeah.
I remember leaving her funeral. I told Paul that he was going to sue himself for wrongful death and give them the money. And he told Paul and I that directly.
Did y'all hear that? Listen, I'm gonna bait it up just an inch. So I'm gonna try to pay attention to what happened. What they did when it came to the death of, what's her name, Gloria.
Yes, sir. One version was that Maggie did it.
I never really understood it, but there's been rumors, hearsay that Paul might have had something to do with her death, and I'll tell you right now, in the whole world, that's a lie. He never hurt her.
I remember leaving her funeral. I told Paul that he was going to sue himself for wrongful death.
Alec told Paul that he was gonna sue himself for wrongful death and give them the money. Okay? That's what she said.
And give them the money. And he told Paul and I that directly.
Alex said that he was going to file a claim against his insurance company because their dogs tripped Gloria up so that he could help Gloria's sons out and look out for them since they had lost their mother and it happened on his property.
Now, Alec tells Gloria's sons to sue him for the death of Gloria, which would have been paid through his insurance company, his house insurance company, right? He tells Gloria's sons to sue him so they can get some money through the insurance company. But pay attention to what happens.
I called the caretaker at the Murdoch Moselle property, Ronnie Freeman. I wanted to ask him, was he around these people long enough to overhear conversations about Stephen Smith's death? The answer to the question was no. But during that interview, he brought up the whole situation involving Gloria Satterfield.
Gonna get to work at that time at 7:30, so Gloria probably come through at about 8:30. Walking up to the house, she got a McDonald's cup in one hand, her purse on her shoulder, like she does every morning. And then Maggie calls me within 15 minutes later. I asked her what the hell happened, and she was hysterical. Ronnie, you gotta get up here. Gloria fell, there's blood everywhere. Her feet are above her head. We needed to at least get her body horizontal. So Paul, grabs her legs. I grab
See,
her.
that's the first mistake. They shouldn't have moved her. They should not have moved her at all. No matter where her feet were, no matter where her head was, they shouldn't have moved her. That was the first mistake.
Her shoulders to get her horizontal.
So when EMS arrives and it's you, Paul, and Maggie, investigative reports. So Alex talked to Gloria and she said that the dog tripped her.
That's not true. He wasn't there.
So you're saying that Alex is still not there when EMS leaves.
I'm meeting with Alexander.
So the family is saying that Alec talked to Gloria and Gloria told him, even though the phone call said she was just mumbling or whatever, Alex says that Gloria told him that the dog tripped her, but the guy that works on the property says Alec wasn't even there.
Wow.
I mean, he's saying Alec wasn't even there, but Alex saying he talked to her and she said that the dog tripped her. That's where the whole dog story came from.
Maybe he talked to her by phone because she called him panicked.
No. They're saying that Alec talked to Gloria after she had fallen, I think. Or did I hear it wrong? Let me bag it up just to end, y'all, because I don't want to be confused about it. Let me see. Let's see. I hope I don't do it too much, y'all. Oh God, now it's buffering. Oh, there go that interruption, y'all. Pardon the interruption. You know what? Netflix gonna piss me the fuck off. All right, y'all, give me a minute. Let me try to pull it back up. So, what y'all think so far? Truth and Money Boy. While I try to pull this back up.
Did you say Truth and Money Boy?
She did.
I mean, damn it, Flex and Money. How is that fucked up? I did. I did say Truth and Money Boy.
Yeah.
I mean, Flex and Money Boy. What y'all think so far?
Shit, they all murderers. They all need to,
Girl, you think the whole family is
the
just...
whole family is a damn
They
mob.
come from a long line of killers.
Yep.
Damn.
Yeah.
And y'all, this is really like one of those. See, I be telling y'all that them Lifetime movies. They for people to make those movies that we'll be watching on Lifetime and shit like that, it got to be some true shit to it. And this is one of them Lifetime movies.
Yes?
Nice to meet you.
Hold on, y'all. This is
Sorry,
one
I
of them
didn't know there was a
Lifetime
party.
movies. Hold on.
Yes, it's my son's birthday.
Right.
Yep, that is a Lifetime movie. It's coming to y'all. I know it is. Netflix, Lifetime. They gonna make a damn movie, period. They did too much. That whole family did too fucking much. Y'all done killed the housekeeper. Killed your own family. Like, that's some crazy ass shit. But that's what money do to some people. It go to their head and they can't control themselves.
They feel like they're above the law. I like the ID channel too, Miss Paula. I love the ID channel. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they feel like that money makes them above the law. It's ridiculous.
Well, they had got away with it so long, they think I could pay this motherfucker off and it'll be gone.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like we spoke about that the other night with, the little boy down here. You know what I'm saying? They money, and you got some people that take briberies, but that shit will come back on you because a lot of motherfuckers, officials and everything else get caught up in briberies. And they got one day you gonna have to face that shit.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It definitely catch up with you. You can do it for so long, but it's coming. Mm-hmm. It's coming. You can't. Mm-hmm. You just can't keep doing shit like that. Just taking people's lives all willy nilly like that. That shit is crazy.
Yeah.
All right. I bet
a century, Nikki. So they've been doing this for a century, girl.
I mean, like the time. Listen. So the money, the power.
Yeah.
All of that goes back like a century. It's like generations and generations and generations. See, these people had old money.
Hello.
You know what I mean?
Old money, yeah.
Yeah, it went back. What, back
then a lot of that shit went down. Not, just back then, money was the rule of all evil. So people paid people off to shut the fuck up, get rid of somebody and all that shit. And nobody talk. That's why I say the politicians be politicking. You hear me?
Oh yeah.
Because it happens mostly amongst a lot of people out there in the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
Or, like I said, in different shit. It's just crazy. But now you see all this shit coming to the light.
Mm-hmm.
What they did back then is all coming up now, and you're getting caught because what they want to call it, a new world order. You hear me? Yeah.
Yeah.
There was a lot of scandals. Money took care of them back then. It was just crazy.
See, that's why I be so disgusted with people that try, tend to, first of all, people that look up to people with money like they just a god and they can't do no wrong and they this and the third. And then people that have the money and abuse, it's an abuse of power, so to speak.
Yeah.
Tamara said Alex family put a lot of people in jail for less crimes than what he did, like on death row and life sentences. Wow.
That's sad.
You're a lawyer, but you out here committing crime. It's just ridiculous. But see, like I said, I don't know how far back it goes, but I do know that it goes far back as the granddaddy, Grandpapa, because Grandpapa got Paul out of a lot of trouble.
And ain't no telling how many bodies Grandpapa got. He started with Grandpapa here.
That's true.
Grandpapa learned it from his Grandpapa.
Yeah, exactly.
Come on now, because the money goes back. The money goes back.
Yep.
Man, this is crazy. Now I did take it back just a little, y'all, because I want y'all to hear this. I want y'all to hear this.
Okay.
I asked her what the hell happened, and she was hysterical. Ronnie, you gotta get up there. Gloria fell. There's blood everywhere. Her feet are above her head. We needed to at least get her body horizontal. So Paul, grabs her legs. I grab both of her shoulders.
Now this is the worker that says he was right there on the scene because Maggie called him because he was on the property. So at this time, is Maggie, Paul, and the worker on the scene? Okay.
Horizontal.
So when EMS arrives and it's you, Paul, and Maggie, investigative reports. So Alex talked to Gloria and she said that the dog tripped her.
That's not true. He wasn't there.
There you go. So the worker says the investigator asked him, said that it's been reports that Alex said that he was there and he talked to Gloria and Gloria told him that she tripped over the dog. The worker who was there said that's not true. He was not there.
Wow.
He was not there. So where did lie come from that he talked to Gloria and Gloria said that the dog tripped? Because guess what? We just listened to the 911 call. Well, Paul said that the lady asked him, if y'all can remember, the lady asked him, is she talking? And he said, no, she's just like mumbling.
She was trying to tell who did it.
She probably did. But it was like, if she's mumbling and can't really talk, how in the hell did she get a whole conversation out of Alex saying the dog tripped me?
Exactly.
He absolutely did, Tamara. Absolutely lied.
I'm with Nikki. Dig that land up ASAP.
Ain't no telling
how many bodies under that ground.
They were saying that in the chat yesterday, Flexi. They were saying with the 1,000 acres, the land needed to be dug up. It's bodies everywhere. Oh, Lord.
And you know what? It probably is.
Girl, that is crazy. And I'm just looking, I'm looking at a still shot of this land, y'all. I'm looking at it. It's got beautiful trees. It's got land for days. And the house just look like a little... It just amazes me. Maybe the house is bigger and it's just the shot that is taken is from the sky or something. But I'm looking at all this land. I'm looking at the house and I'm like, damn. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. Okay, here we go.
We're not there when EMS leaves.
I'm meeting with Alexander Murdoch. Mr. Murdoch, you understand I'm recording this statement?
Yes, sir.
And I'm doing so with your permit?
So this guy is meeting with Alexander Murdoch, which is Alec Murdoch. And we're finna hear him speak. It does look modest, Nikki. Listen, it does look modest for the money that they had in the land. I mean, just imagine. You got 1,000 acres of land and you got all this money. In the house that I'm looking at, I'm like, really? But
maybe we'll pay it down to Alex from the Grandpapa.
I believe that. I do believe that. But damn it, man. If I had all that land, man, you talking about a house. I've seen houses on this land and that. This just, well, maybe that's just how they wanted to live, I guess. I don't know. Mm-hmm. All right, here we go.
Yes, sir.
Can I have your full name, please?
Richard Alexander Murdoch.
And Do you go by Alexander?
I go by Alec.
Okay.
Oh, this is Alec Murdoch. I don't know who he is. He may be a brother. I don't know. Let's see.
How long would you estimate that Gloria had been doing work for you and or your family?
She's been working for our family for...
Oh, this is Alec Murdoch. Damn it, I got confused. It's the names for me. So this is Alec Murdoch talking to the investigator, and he's questioning him about Miss Gloria. Okay, here we go.
Close to 20 years, I would estimate. I know she babysat my children when my youngest was an infant, so.
And were you able to speak with Gloria before she was taken away in the ambulance?
I was.
Okay. Did you ask her what happened?
She indicated that the dogs had caused her to fall.
Okay. So there was no witness to the chain of events?
To the fall itself?
Right.
No, sir. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay.
And Paul said, I think he really believed that his dog stripped her, and that made himself feel better knowing his dad was going to do this great thing and sue himself and make sure that her sons and that her family were going to be okay. That's why I've never said anything about my suspicions. It's just super weird that within the same year she had found Alec's drugs, told Paul. Paul was forcing his dad to detox. Like, I just don't think something happened to her. And I don't think it was handled properly.
Every one of these dead bodies has got a story that Alec Murdoch tells that suits his needs, that maintains that empire that they've built. You have a death in 2015 that's very suspicious. You have another one 3 years later, also suspicious. And then in the aftermath of Paul and Maggie's murder at Moselle, that's when the floodgates really open.
And now to more breaking news. This about that double homicide investigation. 2 members of a South Carolina family.
State investigators have reopened a separate death investigation from 2015 in connection with the deaths of Paul and Margaret Murdoch.
Now the South Carolina Department of Law Enforcement, they would not say what evidence led to that decision or whether the Murdoch family was involved in any way.
Within a couple
Now,
of
this
weeks.
is what I find pretty much disgusting. It took for Paul and Maggie Murdoch to be murdered, right? For them to go back and investigate further the death of Stephen Smith and the housekeeper. Where they do that at? Cause see, y'all stunted the investigation when it came to the housekeeper and Stephen, but then when Maggie and Paul.
You cut out.
Yeah, she did. True.
You gone, buddy.
Yeah. She'll be back, y'all.
Now, why couldn't the Stephen Smith investigation be ongoing?
And then you're gonna have to start that sentence back over because you cut out.
Well, damn. Oh, damn. Hold on. I have no problem in doing that, y'all. Here we go. Let's go back. I just hope I don't go back too far.
You was talking though when you went out.
What I'm saying is, for those that claim that they solve cold cases, we got 2 cold cases here. And solve
them ain't cold enough for her.
Justice for Stephen. Justice for Maggie. Just saying. Here we go.
That maintains that empire that they built.
Wait a minute. I went back too far.
You've been stealing money.
Hold on, y'all.
It's very suspicious. You have another one 3 years later, also suspicious.
Wait a minute.
And then
Year she had found Alec's drugs, told Paul. Paul was forcing his dad to detox. Like, I just don't think something happened to her. And I don't think it was handled properly.
every one of these dead bodies has got a story that Alec Murdoch tells that suits his needs, that maintains that empire that they built. You have a death in 2015 that's very suspicious. You have another one 3 years later, also suspicious. And then in the aftermath of Paul and Maggie's murder at Moselle, that's when the floodgates really opened.
And now to more breaking news. This about that double homicide investigation. 2 members of a South Carolina family.
State investigators have reopened a separate death investigation from 2015 in connection with the deaths of Paul and Margaret Murdoch.
Now the South Carolina Department of Law Enforcement, they would not say what evidence led to that decision or whether the Murdoch family was involved in any way.
Within a couple weeks after the double homicides at Moselle, state investigators say we are reopening the investigation into the death of Stephen Smith.
That's what I was saying. I don't know if that's what I was saying when I was cut out, but what I was saying was I think it's pretty disgusting that the investigation into Stephen's death halted, and then once Paul and Maggie were murdered, then they decided to open the case back open in the death of Stephen, right? I think that's disgusting. I think that why was the death of Stephen not still being investigated? Why did it take the murder of Paul and Maggie?
Remember, they ruled Stephen's death as a hit and run.
Yeah, because of the coroner's report. You right. Because see, you know how I feel about people placing monetary value on people's lives. And the fact that, Stephen and his family didn't have much money. So you just, brush over his death. But when Paul and Maggie are murdered, all of a sudden y'all want to open it back up. But you're right, though. They did the corner, the crooked corner, allegedly. You did a hit and run. But Trey, it had to be something for them to decide to open the case back up. Why you think they decided to look back into the case then?
They found a link or some pertinent evidence.
I just feel like, it's sad to me that, when people don't have access to money like that, it seems like their lives are devalued. I don't like that shit.
And technically, that was a cold. Stephen technically was a cold case. It was a hit and run, but they had no suspects until they got new evidence. That's why they were able to reopen it.
Right. Oh, y'all, my chat had froze up. Y'all just been typing, and I was thinking y'all wasn't typing. Y'all said she went out. Ooh, child, I didn't know, y'all. I'm sorry. That's probably when my device froze.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably when it froze. Okay, here we go, y'all.
We found investigating the double homicides.
The once prominent South Carolina attorney, Alec Murdoch, he now faces multiple accusations.
There are multiple cases unraveling in the public eye.
I think that Alec's world was slowly falling to pieces around him. He
didn't know
what to do.
And then behind the scenes, the Murdoch law firm discovers that Alec was potentially misappropriating money from clients.
Okay, so after the death of Maggie, let's go back. After the death of Mallory, after the death of Maggie, after the death of Stephen, Alec Murdoch's law firm, which is a family law firm, finds out that he's misappropriating funds. Okay? If you'll lie, you'll steal. If you'll steal, you'll kill. Here we go. And right here it says they called him out on it and forced him to resign. Let's listen.
And they called him out on it and forced him to resign.
The law firm held a come to Jesus meeting and said, we know you've been stealing money.
Damn.
We're going to investigate this, but even worse, you're no longer one of us. We're going to cut ties. The law firm that your great-grandfather started is done with you. He learned that his world was about to unravel.
The law firm that his great-great-grandfather started, Alec, said, you're out of here, buddy. You're gone. You're through. You're stealing.
We got to put ourselves in the mind of this character. Now, Alex Murdoch is a desperate man.
Wow.
I was actually with Miley and Connor. Someone got a phone call that Mr. Alec had gotten shot. And me and Miley just looked at each other. It didn't seem real at the time.
Then you get the text, Alec Murdoch shot, side of the road, Hampton County.
A mystery in South Carolina gets even deeper. Officials telling Fox News 53-year-old attorney Alex Murdoch was shot and wounded today in Hampton County, South Carolina. No word on his condition.
Alex was airlifted to the hospital. He'd been shot in the head in broad daylight while he was changing a tire on the side of the road.
We reported Alex Murdoch was airlifted to hospital in Savannah. No. He responded to Charleston, not Savannah. Fitz News is wrong. They don't know what they're talking about. Guy was in Savannah. His lawyers lied to the reporters to keep them from going there.
Wow.
You get to the point where it's like, are they deliberately confusing us?
And then the 911 calls come out.
Because 911 was an emergency. I got a flat tire, and I stopped, and somebody stopped to help me, and they tried to shoot me. Were you shot? Yes. But I mean, I'm okay. I can't drive. Okay. And then I'm bleeding a lot. Where part of your body? I'm not sure. Somewhere on my head. What's your name? Alex Murdoch. Alex Murdoch? Yes, ma'am. Oh, okay.
It took a couple of days for the story to completely unravel.
Alec did not feel like he could go forward and continue down that path. And he felt like ending his life.
Alec acknowledged wrongdoing. It was an attempted suicide on my part. He figures his last play is to make sure that his surviving son, Buster, is okay.
If he was going to end his life, he wanted to do it in a way that would benefit his son.
So he has the idea to hire someone who he knows to shoot him in the head.
Yes,
Baby, you can't get no more twisted than this. So, Alec Murdoch feel like, shit is hitting the fan. He's going down, disgracefully, he's going down. So he decides to come up with this plot to kill himself, but don't make it seem like a suicide because, with a lot of insurance policies, well, I'm not going to say a lot, some insurance policies, if you commit suicide, the insurance doesn't pay, right? So he hires somebody to supposedly shoot him and kill him so that his only son that's left, Buster, can get the insurance money. Okay? But let's listen.
Hatchie Road. There is a man on the side of the road with blood all over him and he's waving his hands. He just laying there waving his hands around? He looks fine, but it kind of looks like a setup, so we didn't stop. Oh, I don't blame you.
So all that was kind of strange. And then a few days into it, people raised significant questions about the version that was coming from Alec's lawyers.
Joining us now exclusively is Alec Murdoch's attorney.
He went to his drug dealer and asked him to shoot him. And within 30 minutes, his drug dealer shot him in the head. The murder of his son and wife 90 days ago took a tremendous toll on him. Most people couldn't get through that. He got through it with the use of opioids.
Wow. Within a couple weeks, Alec Murdoch went to rehab for his secret opioid addiction. And almost immediately, police ultimately start looking into a former client of Alec's. His name is Curtis Edward Smith.
Curtis Smith is the man accused of shooting Alex Murdoch. He appeared in front of a judge in Hampton County as well. Authorities say he's facing charges for assisted suicide, insurance.
So what is not Curtis Smith is the guy that Alex supposedly hired to off him. But he has a different story though. He has a different story. Let's listen.
Fraud and more.
Curtis Edward Smith subsequently said, I felt like I was being set up for something. He called me out there to help him with something, I thought, and then kind of, staged the struggle with the gun. But he said he absolutely did not conspire with Alec to kill him.
Does your client maintain utter and complete innocence in this case?
Go ahead. If I shot him, did me dead. He's alive.
These reports that your client stole millions of dollars from the law firm, did he use all of that money to buy drugs, or did he use some of the millions for other things?
The vast majority of it, as I understand it, was used to buy drugs.
That's a lot of oxy.
Right, so who is Eddie Smith? Who is this cousin Eddie? Well, we started doing some
he
digging.
is his cousin. Who said that? Somebody said, I didn't know that was his cousin. Who said, let me see. Somebody said it was his cousin. Damn it, I can't find the comment. Oh, Tamara. Tamara said it was his. I didn't know that was his cousin. Oh, God.
I mean, what we found was over 160,000 in incremental checks, most of them under 10 grand, from October 2020 to May of 2021. I did the math on the OxyContin. You wanna know how much OxyContin that man could have bought? 114 years worth. And that's if he's a hardcore addict. He's not buying OxyContin with that. Maybe a little of it, but not all of it. Where'd it go? Where's that money? But the key takeaway is not necessarily where it is, but when it happened. He's not only depositing a check days before the double homicide, but Curtis Eddie Smith's getting checks directly afterward, some of them totaling more than $24,000.
I'm told by sources the more credible theory is that he was setting Eddie up, right? So he wasn't going to ask Eddie to shoot him. He was going to come, make it look like Eddie came out there to shoot him, and then he had to shoot Eddie in self-defense. I think it was, the whole thing is hinky from the word go.
Intimate as Eddie the suspect in murder.
And not just his attempted murder, but it's somehow culpable in the murders of Maggie and Paul.
So this reporter lady feels like Alec was setting Eddie up, not just for his so-called attempted murder, but the murder of his wife and son. Oh my God.
Slud says they're looking at these allegations that Murdoch misappropriated funds at the former law firm that his family founded.
As we were standing here just moments ago, 5 vehicles appear to be law enforcement pulled out of one of the entrances to the Moselle property here in Colleton County. Obviously, we don't know what's going on. We're going to work to figure that out. But what we do want to say is that 5 law enforcement vehicles just left this property here.
SLED announced that they were opening an investigation into Alec Murdoch, to his financial crimes. That same day is the day that I got a tip that they were executing a search warrant at Moselle. So I figured it was worth driving out there, putting my drone up, and seeing what I could get.
Now that's a YouTuber. They got his name, which I missed, but it says he's a YouTuber that was at the property, well, outside the property. He put a drone up because the law enforcement was on the property. He wanted to see what was going to happen.
Now, there were some official-looking trucks kind of pulling out of the driveway and heading out, so I thought I really missed everything. It wasn't until a few days later, when I was really kind of going through the footage and seeing what I got, that I noticed the guns. My first thought was, this is a big deal. I got the tip that they were executing a search warrant, and now I have footage of them unloading 8 guns out of the house. It clearly captured John Marvin carrying 2 uncased rifles out to the truck. They loaded up a few more things, drove over to the kennels, loaded up a hunting dog and a couple more things, and then left. John Marvin and Buster, it could be them going on a hunting trip. I'm not sure, knowing that a double homicide had recently occurred on that property and there were Murdochs taking guns off of the property, not the officials, it can obviously lead someone to speculate maybe one of these firearms or some of these firearms were pieces of evidence that could be used against the Murdoch family in some capacity.
Wow.
If Sled had the murder weapons, we would know by now. Guns are still missing. They're still looking for them. In the aftermath of the roadside shooting, everyone realized he's lied and caught lying. I think that was the moment people finally began to question whether Alec Murdoch had something to do with the murders of his wife and son. Or at the very least, that he wasn't telling the truth about what happened to them. He's lying about something.
I began to have a bad taste in my mouth toward members of the Murdoch family, just like a lot of people in the community did. And our coroner, Angela Tupper, she goes back looking through Hampton County coroner records, and she stood up and pointed out there was something fishy about 2018, Gloria Satterfield, another case that went under the radar. She's seeing that this death was ruled natural, even though it was a trip and fall. She's seeing that there was no autopsy ever done. So she wrote a letter to Sled.
So there's a new coroner that looked at the case. Why wouldn't the hell, listen, why would they rule, what was her name? Gloria, Miss Gloria, the housekeeper. Why would they rule her death natural if she fell and hit her head and died from those injuries?
Yeah, see, you see what I'm saying?
That's just Flexi. These people pay off so many people. They paid off so many people. And so a new coroner looked at it and was like, that's not right. That's not right. Oh my God.
Yeah.
And asked Sled to help her investigate this. At the same time, Sled has got reason to investigate Alex's financial crimes. Eventually, the Satterfield family were reading articles all over the state of South Carolina about how there was a death settlement. Her sons didn't know anything about a settlement. They looked at each other and said, I didn't get any money. Did you get any money?
So that came out. Listen to this, y'all. Listen.
It was in the paper, and Eric called me and he said something isn't right.
It was like, holy cow.
Because the boys, they haven't seen anything, nothing, not one red cent.
There appeared to be a lawsuit. Money was recovered, and none of it was paid to the clients, which seemed to be an impossibility. So
what we're listening to now is the fact that Alec Murdoch told Miss Gloria's boys to sue him for her fall and her death, which they did, and the insurance company settled. I think the amount was, I can't remember the amount, but they settled, which that money was supposed to go to the boys, but they never got the money. They never got the money. Alec Murdoch got the money, and he never gave it to them. Listen.
said, we will talk to the Murdochs, and we're expecting immediately we're going to get this response where they would say, oh, absolutely, there's just a misunderstanding. The money's in a bank account, or it was put in a trust, and we got silence. And so the next thing we did was we filed a lawsuit immediately because we needed subpoena power to be able to get documents and information. And we learned that Alex Murdoch was not practicing law. Alex Murdoch was practicing stealing money. At the end of the day, Alex recovered $4.3 million. Our clients got none of that money.
$4.3 million. Come on, Tamara. It was $4.3 million that he got due to the death of Gloria, and he never gave that money to her sons. He kept the money, y'all. What is this man doing with these millions of dollars? Now, he done stole millions of dollars from the law firm. And he done stole millions of dollars from the if he did that much dope, y'all, he'll be dead. I don't give a fuck. Ain't nobody doing that much dope. Oxy or whatever he's supposed to been on. What that man spending all that money on? My God.
The paper.
Zero. You right, Flex.
Shit.
You right. Come on, y'all. We're not talking about thousands. We're talking about millions. They already said he stole millions from the law firm. Now they saying he stole 4.3 million from this family. My God, today.
That's a crooked motherfucker.
Oh, baby.
Where he's sitting in there.
This is crazy.
Yeah.
It's just putting a knife in us and cutting it deep.
It perturbs me. I get really PO'd knowing that's what's happened now. He used her name. My sister.
His law firm suspected him. We confirmed it. This was not his first time that he was going to misappropriate money from other clients of the Murdoch firm. We have evidence that he did it many times predating this.
You don't lose your virginity at $4.3 million. Alec Murdoch has misappropriated millions and millions of dollars, and it's a fraud that began in 2015 and was the vehicle to steal the Satterfield's money in 2019.
Ronnie and I met with SLED. We contacted the FBI. And so were we the genesis for these criminal charges to be brought against Alex Murdoch? Absolutely.
We do have breaking news just into our newsroom. The South Carolina Law Enforcement Division have taken Alec Murdoch into custody. This is Murdoch's new mugshot. These charges stem from a SLED investigation into misappropriated settlement funds in the death of Gloria Satterfield.
Authorities accusing him of stealing millions in insurance money, which was meant to go to the sons of Gloria Satterfield, his family's longtime housekeeper, who died after a purported trip and fall incident at the Murdoch, South Carolina home in 2018.
So in October of 2021, Murdoch appears before South Carolina Circuit Court Judge Clifton Newman. No one in that courtroom expected him to deny Alec Murdoch's bond. No one saw this coming. That was the point. Alec Murdoch realized, wait a minute, the system that's been enabling me, suddenly they can't count on it anymore.
Hey, man.
Alex Murdoch is in a jail cell. No secrets are safe now.
Alec pleaded the theft, refusing to answer accusations that he embezzled potentially millions of dollars from his family's lucrative law firm and his clients. In October, the court heard evidence that Buster was gambling in Las Vegas and selling off assets to the tune of hundreds of thousands of dollars for his father.
There have been some pictures that have been entered into evidence of John Marvin and Buster at the casino out in Las Vegas, right at the same time that Alec Murdoch is in the county jail.
Wow.
Did you get to gamble any?
Yeah. So I did go gambling, and then the next day there was an article created about how I'm misusing funds.
By gambling?
Yeah, someone said it.
Now this is Alec in the jail talking to Buster, who was in Las Vegas gambling, and he's saying that somebody caught him in Las Vegas gambling, and they're saying he's misusing funds because he's at the casino. Yeah, it's crazy, Miss Marjorie. Here we go.
Picture of me and John Marvin in the casino.
You're kidding me. What a fucking... Are you kidding me?
No.
How do they recognize
No. So, I mean, I'm a national figure, I think.
Listening to the jailhouse calls has been fascinating, just to hear Alec. Sometimes, you're aware that you're being taped, I'm sure. But then after a certain point, I think you start to fall into a natural pattern of conversation and talk about your Super Bowl winnings of, meat sticks in the canteen.
Hey, I hit 9 out of 11 games on Sunday, 9 out of 11. That's pretty damn hard.
Yeah.
I won like 6 soups, 4 beef sticks.
Well, that's good.
Ah!
Your party has answered. With a prepaid collect call from, all phone calls are subject to monitoring and recording.
So, Jim and them told me the grand jury indicted a bunch more things on last Friday, but you know that's just overkill, right?
Yeah, I mean,
I mean, they're just trying to pile it on me now, you know that, right?
Yeah, I'm aware.
But I can thank Stephen Smith and Gloria and all that bullshit. So are they still trying to stay out there like there's some mystery surrounding Gloria's death, about how she died?
Saying what now?
About how she died, and they still trying to make some innuendo there?
I don't know.
Are they still trying to say about Stephen Smith?
I don't think anybody.
Connected to us?
Yeah, I don't think anybody took the heart.
Did they ever come out and say there's no connection?
No, the Sled has not released anything. They didn't even release a statement about what was this most recent thing. Something came out not long ago talking about how there's been like a breakthrough in evidence to do with like the homicide.
We're coming up to a year since this crime took place, and we're just now starting to hear about forensic evidence that links Alec Murdoch directly to the scene of this crime.
Wolf Hall Shaggy, sir.
So the coroner says that Paul and Maggie were killed at around 9 p.m. According to Alec Murdoch, he was not at Moselle until 10:07 p.m. and finds his wife and son murdered. According to our sources, high-velocity impact spatter, some kind of fluid on Alec Murdoch's clothes, places it at Moselle when the murders occurred.
Wow.
It's not necessarily what it is, it's where it puts him at the moment Maggie and Paul were killed. There's no other place he could have been than with at least one of these victims at the moment they died. So the next thing we got was the video from Paul Murdoch's cell phone at 8:44 p.m. Now the video on Paul's phone, you can't see Alex on it, but you can hear him talking, and the timestamp is right before the murders took place. Second piece of evidence that conclusively places Alec Murdoch at the scene of the murders at or around the time they happened. And this breaks this thing wide open as it relates to Alec's potential involvement, because for the first time, we know he was there when it happened. Maybe he didn't kill his wife and son. We don't know that for sure, but we know he was there when they died.
Well,
We
hey.
know he knows something about what happened to them.
High-velocity spatter is associated with the use of a high-velocity weapon like a rifle, especially used at close range. Fitz News also first reported that Paul Murdoch's phone was found on his body at the scene, and we've confirmed with that same source that on that phone there is video which contains audio of Alex Murdoch talking with his wife Maggie close to the time of the murders. Alex Murdoch is not seen on the video, but he is heard speaking with her, and that recording has a timestamp, which could be key to the investigation.
How the hell you got all this money, you got all this education apparently because you're an attorney, right? You got all this flexing, listen, flexing.
And he didn't destroy and he didn't pick up the damn cell phone.
Listen though, Trey, regardless of the cell phone, what I don't understand with these criminals these days is why they don't understand technology. Like why they don't understand when it comes to phones and cell tower pings and all this shit. Why in the hell? Because see, this is the thing. I'm gonna be honest. If I'm gonna go the fuck out and commit a crime, I ain't gonna have no phone on me. The fans are watching. Listen, phones is the one main thing that'll get you fucked up. Being able to be traced through a phone. And why don't these people know this?
But it wasn't his phone. It was Paul's phone that was left at the scene that had a video of him on it. Had they not had that phone for evidence, his little alibi still would have been able to go on. But they was like,
And I
no,
wonder why
nigga,
Paul-
we got your voice on the
And I wonder why
recording.
Paul recorded that footage. How about that? Why y'all think Paul knew that this motherfucker was up to something?
Paul probably done seen him do some shit and know about some shit, and you know, hey.
My God, today.
He didn't trust him. Shit.
Oh my God. Like,
I mean, they done did so much dirt, all the family members. I'm pretty sure they didn't trust each other. Hell.
You know what? You probably right. You probably right.
No shit. They gotta protect. They covering their own ass at this point, or trying to anyway.
Jesus. Okay. Yeah, we got like 8 more minutes. This shit is good. It's like sitting here watching a movie with y'all. It really is. But oh my God.
One of my editors suggested, why don't you go ahead and write a breaking news thing in case Alex Murdoch was charged with homicide? And I can't bring myself to do it. That's an awful thing to even wrap your head around, that a man could kill his wife and child. And it's true. This is the fall of a dynasty. This is a fall from grace.
Alec Murdoch is used to walking into court as a lawyer, but this week he's not only been disbarred, now he's facing 2 counts of murder in the death of his wife and his son.
Now, Murdoch's legal team immediately responded to this afternoon with a statement saying, in part, Alec did not have any motive whatsoever to murder them. We are immediately filing a motion for a speedy trial.
We're here today on the case of the state versus Richard Alec Murdoch. He has been indicted by the Colleton County Grand Jury for 2022 GS 15-592. That charge is for the murder of Maggie Murdoch. 2022 GS 15-593. That is for the murder of Paul Murdoch. Richard Alec Murdoch, if that is your name, please raise your right hand. Do you waive reading of the indictments?
Yes, sir.
What say you, Richard Alec Murdoch? Are you guilty or not guilty of the felonies wherein you stand indicted?
Not guilty.
How shall you be tried?
By God and my country.
Thank you.
Bond will therefore be denied. Thank you all.
You know what, Tamara? And that's the thing. I can't wait to get into these actual, in fact, you say you watched some of it, the court case. But this is the thing. Why in the hell? Let me just ask this, and we finna get off in a few minutes, y'all. This finna be over in a few. But let me ask something. Why in the hell would this man take the stand in his own defense? Crazy as a motherfucking Betsy Boo.
Because he think he can manipulate the minds of, you know, the authorities.
Same thing with Tim Norman. I don't understand these. They think they so smart.
Yeah.
Sometimes you need to do what they call shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
Just shut the fuck up. But
He figured with all his years of legal expertise, he could raise reasonable doubt.
Child, you know what?
I mean, he did argue in front of jurors for a living.
He did do
both
that.
Sides, and he was on both sides of it.
Yeah.
He did. He absolutely did. But my God, listen, when it's you and your case in your life, you got to practice what you tell your client. I'm pretty sure he told many, many clients, look, it ain't gonna be good for you to testify in your own defense. It is what it is. Like, I don't understand, but we got like 6 minutes. I want to get through it. Then we're gonna get off because I think a couple of people went live. I'm gonna tell y'all to go support, but let's listen.
I think Mr. Alec, facing all this heat from the media, from the court, he's about to be exposed from all angles of cheating and lying and stealing. I do believe that Alec Murdoch would kill Paul and Maggie. I don't care who you are, what you've done. No one deserves that.
Everything that Mr. Elliot's going through right now, if all of that's actually true, then you know, you kind of get what you ask for. Everybody's suffering for those mistakes, and some mistakes are a lot bigger than others, and that you can't take back. I lost a really, really big piece of my heart.
That's Anthony speaking, y'all. This is Anthony speaking. Mallory's boyfriend, the one that passed. Mallory, the one that passed.
Started partying again, and like I was a teenager. I acted stupid for a while. I tried to run away from everything. I don't know. I just think everybody's kind of got the wrong idea about what's going on. I've heard all kinds of stuff. I've heard people say, Paul deserved to die. He made a mistake, and yeah, there's a lot of people suffering for it, but nobody deserves to die.
After the boating accident and Paul and Maggie's murders, everyone as a community was very shook. I've hit a lot of low points where you're trying to cope, but you're also trying to be a regular 20-year-old. To be able to
Let me tell you something. This Morgan, Paul's ex-girlfriend, she done been through a lot before the age of 20. This stuff, like stuff that done happened to her, and the things she's been through, and these other teenagers as well. This stuff gonna scar them for the rest of their life. For the rest of their life. Wait a minute, don't tell me you done froze. Hold on. Y'all, I shouldn't have paused. Hold on, y'all. Don't tell me another part now. There you go, partner interruption. Trey and Flexi take over. Fuck Netflix. I'm finna cancel them motherfuckers. Hold on, y'all.
Ooh, honey. It's a lot with that family.
Tell us what you think so far, Flexi and Trey. It's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot.
And we ain't even got into the trial yet, Flexi.
Yeah, it's a lot with them. They, like we said, it started from the grandpapa from the grandpapa.
Not the grandpapa.
And they just carried on, and they DNA, and these motherfuckers. Then you got the wife even done something. And,
but you know what? They don't talk much about the wife, like even being like involved. Because I don't know. I do believe the wife had something to do with Maggie. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie. But what is the chances? Now we all know that in every family, and I put let me. Oh,
nice to meet you. Sorry, I didn't know there was a party.
But let me say
it's my son's birthday.
Right, that's what that lady said.
Hold on, I'm on mute.
Okay. Nikki said the judge lost his own son 2 weeks before the trial started. How absolutely incredible to have to try this effing murderer. You hear me, Nikki? So you already know he wasn't trying to hurt shit. But I guess they thought, since they had so many people on payroll that, this would never come about. But shit, you got some good people that's, wearing a badge. That's not going to take your shit.
Oh my God. The judge, I didn't know that, Nikki. The judge lost his son 2 weeks before the trial started. How absolutely incredible to have to try this. I don't know. I probably would have had to recuse myself.
Right.
I don't think if I had lost my son 2 weeks prior, I don't know. Why wasn't he asked to recuse himself like 2 weeks?
Yeah.
Maybe that's why Allie got the book thrown at her. But listen, like Flexi, we all know every family got, family members that choose to disobey the law or break the law, whatever. Yeah. But what's the chance of being part of the family where like all the family members are involved in like a scandal or a murder? It's like, what y'all have family meetings on who y'all gonna take out next?
They probably plotting. Well, we see that the daddy was taking out everybody. He didn't give a damn family or not.
They was paying off people. And see what it is, that Buster and that Paul, they saw a lot. When it came to that grandpa Paul and that daddy, they saw a lot. They saw how, believe me, they knew how Now you gotta remember, these are the same parents that allow these boys to underage drink. You know what I'm saying? To drink underage and stuff.
Yeah.
So they probably knew about all the payoffs. They probably knew about all the shenanigans.
Yeah.
They probably knew a whole lot.
They knew a whole lot.
And by watching that growing up, they felt like they could do the same.
Exactly.
It just is what it is. But I mean, I don't know. It's just so much for one family. One family. And all the family members got a hand in it. That's weird.
Nikki said, I don't know. He knew Alex personally. Maybe he had more passion to do it because of all he knew in his personal life, passion for righteousness. Right. So I'm saying a lot of them gonna go for righteousness. And you got some that, you know, money. But then when that money stops, that's when they gonna get to talking and tell you. But then they don't realize that they part of it. I mean, you a part of it because you're accessory to it. You took money for bribes. So now your ass in trouble when you get to talk. You got some that fuck up that'll get to talking. That money done stop. You know, they can't be paid no more. Now I'm gonna go tell it on you. But you don't realize that, like I said, you getting yourself in some shit too.
Slayer said the money allows people like them to get away with bullshit. That's true. They got away with it for years, Slayer. Miss K said Morgan is lucky to be alive because she spent a lot of time around her family. That's what I say.
Exactly.
I said that too, Miss K. Honestly, as a teenager, I felt she spent too much time around them folks. I'm just saying. Like, her family just gave her free reign to that family way too much.
Tamara said, yes, Kay, I believe if Paul wasn't killed, he would have killed her next. And you never know, Tamara. You could be right.
Oh, my God. That's a thought.
Yeah.
That is a thought.
Yeah.
Because she knew a lot, too. Wow.
Yeah.
Y'all. This is the type of shit, I'm going to say it again, that you watch on the TV. Like, movies. But movies come still from real life, I guess. All right, let's try to listen to the rest of this right quick. It's only 5 minutes left. I'm going to try to get through it. Wait a minute now. Come on.
And
all right,
to tell my story without having to be scared anymore.
This Morgan, y'all.
And going through all the suppressed emotions and the stuff that I try to forget. I think that's
how you talk too much.
My relationships changed drastically after 4 years. It was really hard for me to also start hanging out with Miley again after we lost Mallory, just because I felt guilty in a way. Miley and Mallory, they were best friends too, and I didn't want it to feel like anyone was replacing anyone in each other's lives.
We're one of the only ones that like understand what we're going through. I mean, I think about her every day, and it's hard to move on without her, but a good way to honor her.
Just keeping her name alive.
What just?
Yeah, Nisha, I suggest you do go to Netflix and watch the visual. It's way more better. And Lord knows, I wish I could show the visuals. I just didn't want the video taken down. But yeah, go watch it. It's three episodes. One is 41 minutes and the other ones are like 50 minutes. But it's really good. Go watch the visuals, okay? Slayer said there's a family like them in Chicago. I had to work a case and remove their kids. I was nervous because of how wealthy the family was. They sucked at parenting though. Kids had to be removed. Oh my God. Girl, Slayer, I don't envy your job, girl. But shout out to you for being oh Lord.
For me now is getting the answers that we need. I want to know what happened to Gloria.
South Carolina authorities say they received permission from a Satterfield estate lawyer to exhume the body of Gloria Satterfield.
Oh, so not only are they exhuming Paul, y'all, they're exhuming Gloria too. Not only are they exhuming Paul, which we learned about, they exhuming Miss Gloria too. Oh my.
And further investigate the circumstances of her death.
I want to know who killed Paul and Maggie and who killed Stephen. I still think that Mr. Alec is hiding things, and if you ever meet him, I'm sure you get that feeling too.
Wow.
Your party has answered. All phone calls are subject to monitoring and
Now
recording.
listen closely, y'all. I think there's some, which we're gonna get into more later, but I think there's some jailhouse phone calls between Buster and Alec. Okay, listen.
Hey. What you doing?
Nothing. What's up?
Hey, Buzz, I'm going to ask you. Did Netflix put something out about all this?
Okay, listen. So it ended with Alec calling Buster and Alec asking Buster, hey, did Netflix put something out on this? Okay. And so it reads, Alec took out a commercial insurance policy on Moselle a month before Gloria died on the property. Now, listen, y'all. Let me cut this music off because we're done. Let me cut this music off. You right, Cam. You right, sweetie. Oh my God. All right, so listen, y'all. Yeah, he did talk too much. Alec called Buster from jail and asked Buster, did Netflix put something out on this? Which we watching. This is Netflix. This is what we're watching. So listen, a month before Miss Gloria fell up those stairs and passed, Alec took out a commercial insurance policy on Moselle. Now, mind you, Moselle is the property that they stay on. That's the name of their estate with the house and the land and all that. Moselle. So it reads, Alec took out a commercial insurance policy on Moselle a month before Gloria died on the property. Now, we have to remember that Alec is the one that encouraged Miss Gloria's son to sue him in her death, which he knew that policy would play out. It said he collected over $4.3 million from the insurance claim related to her death. As of completion of filming, the investigation into the cause of Gloria's death is still ongoing. Okay, and let's see what it says next. Then it says Beach family, which Beach is Mallory Beach. That's the young lady that died in the boat crash. It says Beach family attorney Mark Tinsley filed a wrongful death lawsuit related to the February 2019 death of Mallory Beach. As of completion of filming, the lawsuit has not gone to trial. Okay, let's see what it says next. Then it says the Murdoch family has publicly denied any involvement in the death of Stephen Smith. Then it says Alec, Randy, John Marvin. Now, Alec, Randy, and John Marvin are brothers. Alec is the daddy. Alec, Randy, and John Marvin and Buster Murdoch did not respond to our interview inquiries. A spokesman for the family said they are not speaking out at this time. On July 14, 2022, Alec Murdoch was charged with killing his wife and son. He has pleaded not guilty. If convicted, he faces life without parole. And that's it. That's it. So that's the end of that. And we do know now that Alec Murdoch went to trial. Alec Murdoch was convicted. And if I'm not mistaken, I think he received life. I'm not for sure. We got to get into that. But we're going to get into the whole trial, and we're going to get into all of that. We're going to get into the trial, and we're also going to get into the more of the jailhouse conversations between Buster and Alec. But I am curious, y'all, to know what they're going to find out when it comes to Stephen Smith and Miss Gloria. Right, Flexi? I'm curious.
Right.
Because guess what? With the case of Buster, I know for sure they're saying, not Buster, but in the case of Stephen Smith, if they find out that Buster had anything to do with his death, then that gonna mean that he's probably gonna be locked up, and everybody's either dead or locked up. Y'all, shout out to the True Silver who suggested that. I don't remember who asked me to cover this. I gotta go back in my emails, but this has been a lot, y'all.
Yeah.
This has been a lot. And they say the court cases, like I say, when court, this Netflix series was great. It was good, I ain't gonna lie. But they say with that court case, a whole lot of came out, Flexi.
Yeah,
So
it did. Yeah.
we're gonna get into it, sis.
Yep.
So Trey Flexi, what y'all got to say? So I wish D True was here, but he probably working.
Mm-hmm.
But what y'all got to say about this?
I told you it's a whole lot. And I done said how I feel like that whole family, they all got some bodies, like Tracy.
It's just like some mob family shit.
Yep. Exactly.
You know what? It is.
It is. Yep.
Nigga said he did and he will be locked up. Girl, if Buster get locked up, that means Buster and Alec is locked up and Paul and Maggie are passed away. That man, oh my God, I can't believe.
Yeah.
When you can't trust family members, what do you have left?
Yeah.
All right, y'all. That's it for this episode of True Crimes with Truth Hurts. Shout out to my sis Flakesy, who I had no idea was gonna hit that link. I always send her the link, but I didn't know that she was gonna be able to hit it. But I'm glad she did. You have fun at your event, sis. If you can go live and take us on a field trip.
Oh yeah, I see. I'm charging my devices now.
Even though I'm gonna be on my own little field trip, I'm still gonna tune in. You know that.
Yeah, I'll let you know. You know, I'll text you and let you know if I.
Yes. Trey exited. I don't know if he mean to exit. He's so rude. I'm so sick of Trey.
Trey over there doing something. He ain't got no business. Well, he got business, but he know he need to slow down. Shit.
Come on, stay excited.
Yeah, just mannish.
Just mannish.
He came up missing last night.
Thank
you.
You
Sound like you still laid up.
My feet up. When I told him, baby Petty spending a little time with her big sister, because it's spring break and all. So I told Trey to enjoy himself. Y'all, no matter what people say about Trey, Trey is a full-time hands-on daddy.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot to be. Y'all know as women, it takes a lot to be a single parent. It doesn't change for men.
Nope.
Being a single parent is hard. And that's why it angers me and it makes me so mad when people do what they do and say what they say when it comes to that man and his child. I just can't.
Yeah.
I just can't. I take that shit personally. Because baby Petty, y'all know, listen, baby Petty got my heart just like my grandbabies. She got my heart just like Flexi, children of her grandbabies, Big Mama. Fat Mama. I say Big Mama's Fat
Mama. Girl, Fat Mama.
Fat Mama be talking, y'all. Y'all gotta hear Fat Mama talking. She be talking.
Noise, baby. And I'm gonna tell y'all, we had her for 2 nights, because the kid's daddy had to have surgery on his ankle. He had broke his ankle, so Pooh had been busy with that. And the other kids, you know, they was gone to their aunt's house on Pooh daddy's side. So, baby, I had Fat Mama. Fat Mama had me at Club Elmo till 2:00 in the morning.
She called it Club Elmo. Y'all,
Girl,
Mama love Elmo.
baby, she was standing up in the bed, singing and dancing, and we had to wake up and clap and shit. And I'm like, Lord, have mercy. We're not gonna do this. Then the second night, she wanted to go back to Club Elmo. I said, nah, we going to sleep. She had me at work tired to the motherfucker. You
Oh my goodness, girl. Y'all know the kids and the babies be having my heart, y'all, especially the grandbabies.
She did give me a run for my money, Cam, and Miss just laying his ass over there. And every time my son would come in and say, I'm finna get her, he said, nah, she all right. You
He
ain't
don't
up
do
at
no,
Club
Mister don't
Elmo.
do
You
nothing
sleeping
but
through the
feed
whole
her.
damn thing. Shit.
Mister don't do nothing but feed her. She love Mister, y'all, because
Oh,
he
yeah.
be feeding her.
He finna come in. It's finna be snacks galore. Yeah. Mhm. Oh, yeah, baby. That's how she do.
Child, y'all, it be a whole mess. A whole
Yeah.
mess.
Yeah, I was
But
at Club Elmo
hey,
eating.
Slay.
I'm so tired of Elmo, and I love Elmo, but she made me not like his ass. She made me not like his. I was like, I'm tired of this motherfucker. She is the
Yeah,
same damn
I be on
video.
the phone. Listen, y'all, I be on the phone with Flex. And Fat Mom be fussing. And Flex tell my hush, I'm finna cut Elmo on.
Baby, when Elmo on, baby, she is into Elmo, honey. She don't fuck with nothing else.
Oh, Lord.
Baby.
Slaying said, I give all the praises for I give all the praises for those that raise their baby. These whores that speaks ill of him is jealous of his parenting skills. Girl,
That part
listen.
playing.
But see, the thing about it is, Slaying, let's just be honest, Slaying. We are not perfect as parents. We are not perfect as grandparents. None of us. None of us are perfect. There's not a handbook. You don't go to school for it. You know, and the thing about it is, we all make mistakes and we all do things that, you know, another person may look at and tend to judge. But the thing about it is, it just is what it is when it comes to the facts. The fact is that this man, because see, let's just think about it.
Okay, Slay.
Let's think about it.
Mm-hmm.
You got these same people that's down in Trey and speaking ill in this man and putting all these jackets on this man when it comes to his child. You got these same people that will give props to the next man, which I get. Y'all don't fuck with Trey. Y'all don't like Trey, so y'all want to put this jacket on Trey. You know, it's disgusting. But this is the thing. I just like with Flexi and her grandbabies and her children, I know about their real life. I know about Trey and the real life when it comes to baby Pig. Right. And for those that don't know the insides of what's going on, just look at the outside and look at the fact. Let's take the facts that's out here, out in the public. Baby Petty's mama has passed.
Mm-hmm.
Baby Petty she no longer has her mom, but she has her dad, who has taken full responsibility for her.
Yep.
She didn't end up in foster care. She didn't end up, you know, just out there without, you know, parents. She got a daddy that's willing to. And see, this is the same thing I admire about my Tony. As far as him as a daddy. See, we got so many deadbeat dads out there. When we got daddies that's willing to step up, we got to acknowledge that, and we got to give credit where credit is due.
Yep.
People want to take things and they want to twist it and they want to manipulate like this man could be abusing his child. Yeah, I done heard Michael Stovall with his disgusting motherfucking ass try to put allegations out there that Trey has touched his baby or doing some inappropriate things to his baby. That shit fucks with my mental.
Well, you know, when people say shit like that, they sometimes I take it like this, and you know, I guess it's the work environment that I'm in. But sometimes you listen to a person, they can actually be telling you about themselves. So for him to say some shit like that, I wonder have he done some shit like that.
Cause we ain't gonna go back. We ain't gonna go back to the video where he had his whole little nephew at his house and had a bottle of lube sitting on his motherfucking coffee table. Huh? But you want to put this on this man back who's trying to raise his baby. Baby Petty is a special needs child. And I don't mean like slow and delayed because we all know she's smart as a whip. I'm saying she got medical issues.
Yeah.
So that makes her special needs. So that make the care of her like a little more elevated than a healthy child. Right? So, y'all.
Nice, like love you too, girl.
Y'all just don't know how I feel about when people be doing that shit when it comes to babies and stuff. Like,
yeah.
Ooh, that shit pisses me off. That would go with anybody's child. Anybody in this chat, that may be going through that tray, flex, any of us. Because, see, people need to just stop.
All right.
But anyway, I ain't going to get into that, y'all, because I got to get ready. I got to be at this event in like an hour and a half. And
girl, what is you saying?
Lacey got to get ready for her event. We're going outside for a minute. But I'll be back later, y'all. Because I'm determined to. Yeah,
I know Mister gonna be here in a minute, and I ain't did shit.
He gonna come in talking shit. Don't call me. Tell my sis, listen to him. Listen.
Girl, forget his age. Shit, I tell me I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'll get ready when I get ready. Shit.
I don't know if he woke yet or not, but when I went live, he was taking a nap. He claimed he gonna get it in this evening, but baby Tony get there, and after I'll be like, "You ready to go, baby?" Me and Tony like be at home. Shit.
Yeah.
Slaying said, "I work in the system. I listen to that child, and all I hear is happiness and joy. Her dad is doing a damn good job. I will fight for." And people saying, "Money Boy Trey touched her. She is low down." Yes. She ain't the only one out there putting it out there, Slaying. It's a couple of them. But we ain't gonna get into it right now. We'll talk about it later. Slaying, shout out to you, Slaying, for the job that you have and the job that you do.
Yes.
And you being, one of those ones that is morally correct. Because we got a lot of morally incorrect motherfuckers out there. Shout out to Slaying. All right. Right, Tamara. Y'all enjoy y'all day.
Shit,
These babies ain't got nothing to do with this YouTube shit. Facts.
No doubt.
Facts, lady. Shout out to Slaying. All right, y'all, we're going to get off of here. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Shout out to the True Silvers that stayed here, enjoyed this live, participated in this live. I appreciate y'all so much for this hashtag content that matters.
Yeah.
Like I said, shout out to my sis for joining me today, even though she got to get ready for an event. Shout out to Trey for joining me also. I appreciate y'all so much. And shout out to the True Sippers, my moderators, and my monetary contributors. We'll see y'all later, y'all. Until next time, y'all be safe, be blessed, never stress. Enjoy the rest of this beautiful day. And Truth will be back later on, okay? Y'all pray.
What time later? Because I know we got to be there at 5:30. So if we
I scheduled it for 9 just because I gave myself time to go and come back. And if I have to schedule it for later, I will. But I got it set for 9 because I don't even know how long we're gonna be at our event. So
yeah.
But I got it for 9 because I'm determined to get that one in today. I was saying I wanted to get 2 in today. So, but we'll see. I mean, if you think you like gonna be home at a certain time, you want me to put it off, just text me.
No, you don't have to. I'll just jump on when I get to the house if I see you on.
Okay. All right. No problem. All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Until the end, listen. Y'all enjoy this beautiful day. Love on your family. Love on each other. Pray. Be safe. Be blessed. Never stress. And since you want to take it out,
get you
you can't get some. You can't say get some motherfucking rest because it's 2:30.
There's people that like to take naps. Hell, I wish I could take me one right now. Shit. But I gotta get up. I gotta.
Me too, sis. I know I'm to take me a nap after my lives, but I can't. I gotta get up and get out.
Girl, I'm tired from this past week. You know what I'm saying? I had the chain of events. I had club, Elmo, work, and a damn tornado. I am woe the fuck at. I wish I could just rest today. Shit.
Oh Lord. All right, Bertha. Bye, Bertha. It was good to see you, Bertha. It was good to see my Rude Queen, my Tony, my St. Jill, my Scorpio, all y'all. I love y'all. Thank y'all for joining today. I appreciate it.
Yes.
Get some rest, Slay, okay? We love you,
Hey, you
sweetheart.
better get some rest. You know,
Bye, goddess.
How you? What you doing?
All right, y'all. We'll see y'all later. Y'all be good, okay?
Love y'all.
Love y'all.